5 years after he faced the Cardinals in his 12th World Series with the Yankees, Mickey Mantle knew he wouldn't play in another. 50 years ago, on March 1, 1969, Mantle, 37, announced his retirement, bringing an end to the career of one of baseball's most exciting and popular players. Hampered by leg injuries and other ailments, Mantle's performance declined steadily in the years after he hit .333 with 3 home runs in the 1964 World Series against the Cardinals. On the day Mantle made his retirement announcement at the Yankees' spring training base in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, his friend and former teammate, Roger Maris, was visiting the Cardinals camp across the state in St. Petersburg. Maris, who retired after playing in a second consecutive World Series for the Cardinals in October 1968, said he wasn't surprised by Mantle's decision and seemed relieved his former teammate had hung up his uniform, according to Bob Brogue of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Mick and the Man Mantle was born in Oklahoma and his boyhood baseball idol was the Cardinals' Stan Musial. In 1946, when he was 14, Mantle and his father went to St. Louis to see a Cardinals game and were in a hotel elevator when Musial got on. According to author Jane Levy in the book The Last Boy, Mantle's dad wouldn't allow him to ask Musial for an autograph. A glimpse of a hero was enough, Levy wrote. On the day he signed with the Yankees in 1949, Mantle told them Musial was his favorite player, but general manager George Weiss instructed him to tell the media Joe DiMaggio was his baseball hero, according to the Levy book. Mantle, a switch-hitting outfielder, had astonishing power and speed, but eventually became hampered by injuries, most significantly to his knees. Mantle led the American League in home runs 4 times and earned the Triple Crown in 1956 when he topped the Allen batting average, .353, home runs, 52, and RBI, 130. He won the league's Most Valuable Player award 3 times and slugged 18 World Series home runs. In 1964, Mantle had his last big season, batting .303 with 35 home runs, 111 RBI, and led the league in on-base percentage at .423. In Game 3 of the World Series versus the Cardinals, his home run against Barney Schultz leading off the bottom of the 9th gave the Yankees a 2-1 walk-off win. Box score: he also hit a home run off Curt Simmons in Game 6 and another against Bob Gibson in Game 7. In each of the next 4 seasons, Mantle failed to hit .300 or produce 60 RBI, but his on-base percentage remained high, ranging between .379 and .391. After hitting .237 in his final year, 1968, Mantle decided he was finished, but the Yankees and the Players' Union asked him to delay an announcement until spring training, according to the Levy book. The Yankees wanted to use his popularity to sell tickets and the union wanted to use his clout in labor negotiations. In the November 17, 1968, New York Daily News columnist Dick Young broke the story of Mantle's intention to retire and reported, "Official announcement will be withheld until Mickey joins the Yankees at their training camp in March." Time to go when Mantle arrived in Fort Lauderdale on February 28, 1969, he still was on the Yankees' active roster. He spoke privately that night with Yankees manager Ralph Houck and informed him he wanted to retire. The next morning, Mantle had breakfast with team president Michael Burke and gave him the same news. Burke, like Houck, told Mantle he could keep playing for the Yankees, but Mantle's mind was made up. The Yankees hastily arranged an afternoon news conference and Mantle made his decision public. "I can't play anymore," Mantle said to the Associated Press. "I don't hit the ball when I need to. I can't steal when I need to. I can't score from second when I need to." Mantle said, "My right knee is what they call a 100% disability _ there's nothing left to fix. I was actually dreading playing another season," Mantle said, adding, "I figured it would be best for the team if I stop now." After 18 Yankees seasons, 1951 to 68, Mantle finished with a .298 batting average, 536 home runs, 1,509 RBI, 2,415 hits and a .421 on-base percentage. It bothered him he didn't hit .300 for his career, a goal he would have achieved if he had quit a season sooner. "If I kept playing, I would only keep lowering my average," he said. "I have known for 2 years that I couldn't hit anymore, but I kept trying," he told The Sporting News. "It has become embarrassing to have young kids throw the ball past me." Yankees royalty reactions to Mantle's decision brought a flood of tributes. Musial told the Post-Dispatch, "If he'd been completely sound physically, I think he would have been the best ball player any of us ever saw." DiMaggio said to The Sporting News, "I know exactly how Mickey feels. They all told me I had a couple of years left when I quit, but I couldn't bounce back anymore." In an editorial, The Sporting News declared, "This last of the Yankees superstars captured the public fancy as did few players before him and certainly none since. A Mantle arrives about as frequently as the birth of quintuplets." Brogue wrote in the Post-Dispatch, "For the first time in the nearly half-century since New York acquired Babe Ruth, the Yankees are a bunch of nondescript guys named Charlie Smith." Retirement of Mickey Mantle did more than take from baseball the bat of a big-name player, for it also deprived the Yankees of their last vestige of playing field glamour. Dick Young wrote in the New York Daily News, "There is much more than muscle in Mickey Mantle. There is class and guts, and his own special kind of dignity, and there is enough pride for 10 men. I suppose it was the pride, after all, that made him decide he'd had it."